Manchester, or as it's known by the locals, Manchester. Like most places, we can't see its history because our eyes only see now. If it weren't for books, we probably have no idea where it came from, but it were for books, and we do. Now, years later, we've come to talk a lot and film bits of the city, hopefully learning in the process what makes it tick. Manchester began like most cities, in the past. Before people invented money, no one had money, which is why so many slept on the streets and in the floor. Back then, the only things to do were tussle, throw wee on each other, and draw people throwing wee on each other. This harsh Middle Ages lifestyle would soon be traded, however, for the harsh lifestyle in the Industrial Revolution. Smoke, fire. Peasantry stepped aside for a future of factory work, and whatever this is. These jobs were too grueling for normal people, but because foreigners weren't discovered yet, we used the next best thing. Kids. Factory floors and production lines fill with them, their hands being worked to the bone for barely a halfpence, or a pence on bank holidays. When we asked the council why wages have kept so low, they said because kids are weak, and we could beat them in fights. Not much is known about these kids now. For all we know, they could be dead. What we do know is time kept moving forward like clocks, and Manchester was flung into a new age. People learnt smiles. TV distracted us from the voices. Racism ended forever. A craze called fun was starting to sweep the city, but what is fun? Drugs. Back then, people ate any drugs they could find. LSD, hash, crack cola. Now considered some of the strongest narcotics on the planet, these were sold by hardened criminals on Manchester streets. A proud tradition still carried on today. Then the 80s happened, and the North faced an evil so insurmountable, no one surmounted it. The city would recover, however, and enact brutal revenge on the South by wishing 2 split bin bags to life. Many say this feud was the catalyst for people ending history and starting what we now call nowadays. In today, Manchester is full of life and things to do. Like food but hate the taste? Come have lunch at one of the slew of vegan cafes and restaurants in Manchester's Northern Quarter. Or shop till you drop at the slew of vintage clothes stores in Manchester's Northern Quarter. Park cars! Come to Manchester to relax, kick back and de-stress at one of the slew of hotels in Manchester's Northern Quarter. That's not all, however. Like most places, Manchester is infested with people, and the list of famous ones that call this place home is long. Jason Manford, Neil Arse Tyson, Thumb. It's faces like this that put Manchester on the map. Most people, though, are the opposite of famous. We've come to meet these infamous people face to face to get a taste of their northern hospitality. Excuse me, do you know where I can find Claes Olsen? Oh, great, thanks very much. Slam dunk. And so ends our trip through the streets of Manchester. If you haven't already been convinced, I implore you to give the city a try. Who knows? Maybe I'll see you when you do. Thanks for watching, and as they say in the north, Bath.